solar pros are coming from videos, not from a phone book. I'm not saying they won't come from a phone book or indirectly from somebody but I'm just telling you, like all the ones I'm recruiting personally, they're all coming from videos online. And y'all seen my videos. Ain't no secret. They ain't great. They just videos that let people know I'm in solar, right? And I'm confident about what I'm doing, and I made this career change. I'm just telling you. And going back also, um, Julie is like she's at an event, or she's on her way getting ready to go to an event. And I'm about to meet her at that event. But Julie just enrolled two different builders, her or Michelle, or one of each, if I'm not mistaken. But builders, I'm talking about builders, not just agents, builders, and then and brokers as well. So back to Vic, we are bringing on realtors, that's for sure, and we are bringing on builders, contractors, roofers, everything that we actually tell y'all to go and talk to and reach out to. We bringing them on, and like I said, at the end of the day, it's just a numbers game for each and every last one of us. It's just a numbers game. So we keep on going through the numbers, using the stories though. Get really, really good at using the stories of what people are doing, like the EXP stories, the people who are enrolling builders, custom builders, people who are enrolling roofers. When you're talking to roofers, use the stories, guys, because they need to know that other people in their own occupation and space is doing this, and they need to know that they're being left behind, because you could be ahead right now. You as a roofer, you can be ahead right now as a realtor, but the moment somebody says realty and solar, or roofing and solar, or something and solar, now they've already created a whole other category, and now they're dealing with a whole different group of people that you're not dealing with. You're leaving money on the table. And so you want to make sure, that, we just keep on using the stories. The stories are very, very important. They're very, very crucial.
Can
But
I say something else?
sure, sure.
With that roofing company that I'm with, I found out that he's actually, because he was already dealing with solar companies, but
Mhm.
not like ours.
Mhm.
And that's what we were talking about yesterday. So I'm actually gonna sit down with the owner, who is a female. I'm
Mhm.
gonna sit down with her and talk to her about what we have, because what he was telling me is that every time the tag come in and I give him a since we can do the roofing, they're a great target, because he was saying that with those solar companies that he's working with like three of them. Every time they send him a lead, he's paying them
Mhm.
$500. So when I told him, I'm like, listen, we need to sit down and talk, because he's like, oh, Brenda, we talked about it, me and the um our business partner. We said you're fine. You can sell all the solar you want. You can do whatever you need to do. I'm like, well, I really want to talk to you guys in the business point, because if you're paying out these people $500, let me tell you that with my business, you are not going to pay out $500. You're
Mhm.
actually going to be able to help part of my team and the team that's in there when they bring you in leads. So you're actually going to pay out, like they actually pay you for the install, but you don't have to pay out. So you guys
Mhm.
are going to be able to save that money within the company.
Mhm.
And this company I was telling you that they made 9 million last year just on everything they did. So I'm like, why are you paying out these solar pros when you can become your own business owner and you
Mhm.
don't have to pay out? You're actually going to make money. He's like, well, that makes sense. How does that work? I'm like, well, let me show you. He's like, okay, let's sit down and talk about it with Danielle, and then see where we can go about that. Because if we can save that money going out, because every time a solar pro sends them a lead to do roofing, they're paying out. So I'm like, you guys need to stop doing that. This will work for you. And it just
Mhm.
started with the conversation that we were doing a roof inspection yesterday. That's how I found out these people had the solar. And I, every time I look, because I see solar everywhere now, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, they have solar. But even if they have solar, what I found out yesterday is that a lot of them just have the solar installed for no, it's like not even working.
Mhm.
This lady, she's like, well, we bought the house with the solar. It was already included, but we can't get a hold of the company. We can't do anything. And now after the hail that happened, a lot of solar panels got
Uh,
up. So she's like, it's not even working. It hasn't even been hooked up. So what do I need to do? And that's what I told her, what I can ask. But if it comes to it, I think it's best that you replace it with a good company like ours, and that way you can get that a new whole solar system, and we can install a new whole thing. You don't have to deal with nothing else. And she's like, you
yeah.
know what? It's probably better. I've been trying to um, here. I've been trying to get a hold of these people and I can't. So
Mm,
sometimes we think just because they have solar is good. No, don't touch the house or don't. And
mhm,
that's what I learned, being new in the business. I'm
mhm.
like, wow, now I really need to knock on these doors too that have solar because you never know.
Yeah, I learned
So
something. I was just learning something new. I didn't know that. I didn't think about that side of it when it came to just just checking on the people who have solar. I just want to know how you enjoying your solar, how much money you're saving, whatever. Just kind of, or is it working? How's it, whatever it is. It's just like I said, just finding a way to talk to them about the solar they have. Even if they love their solar, uh, you are still now the new person that's talking to them about it. You can get referrals from those people if they love their solar, and because you're paying them $1,000, for solar. I mean, for solar referrals. And so that's huge. Just checking on people who have solar because they can be the biggest allies, and when it comes to referrals, or they can be the next biggest customer. Because they need everything replaced, and so that's hot. Also, when it comes to I heard Dr. Arlene talking about this. I don't know what it was, yesterday, day before yesterday, talking about what was it? Oh, I think it was Wednesday, about the actual you went out to install or site survey or whatever it was, and JC was talking about making sure that you knock on the doors around the house, the 3 houses to the left, 3 houses to the right, and the 6 houses in front, and let them know, hey, look, I just want to kind of come over and give you a heads up. We're about to start doing solar, installations over here on this house right here. So it's going to be a little noisy for a couple of days. I want to apologize in advance. And oh, by the way, here's my card. If it gets too bad for you, give me a call, or here's my card. If you know anybody who wants solar, what have you, let me know. But I just thought that was a really cool, way of actually reaching out to people as well when you see solar systems that are being installed. And so solar trucks, solar companies, anybody in solar, guys, talk to them because they're in solar. But remember, 95% of the people who you talk to, just understand this, they would make more money if they were here in our company. It's 95%, which means that you in solar already? Great. Great. We need to talk. And they think they're gonna get a sale or recruit us. Oh no, we need to talk. You in solar? Yeah, yeah, we need to talk. I've been looking for you. All right. And so, but that's good stuff. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate you.
yeah.
Kyrie. Oh, go ahead, Brenda. You good?
Is there another the new solar pro is trying to get in, but he's saying that it's not working to get in. Does anybody have the direct or any other direct link to get in? Because he's
This
not able to get in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
Well, make sure he's not cutting and pasting. He has to type all those numbers in one at a time.
Okay. I'll
The
tell
Zoom
him.
won't let you cut and paste and get in, even if it's the right number.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, Kyrie.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
All right.
Quick question. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
That's all good. No, it's all good. We just want to reach some wins, activity, what you were doing this week. Because I know you have a type of activity that I actually want to talk about once you get through with some of your wins, what you got working, that type of thing.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, the hot money, the
Mhm.
referrals. Yeah, that's the meat and potatoes. As you know, I'm back into solar after 4 years. I've been left prior to the pandemic. So I've been really right now it really feels good because now I'm in the process of collecting decisions.
Mhm.
Um, Going through what I've done was check back with all of the bulk of my customers. Like you said, see how's it working for you after 4 years, and they were kind of happy to hear from me after 4 years. And a good handful of those customers had given me a lot of referrals, and I was also letting them know that I'm back full swing in the industry, and once again reminding them about the incentive, the $1,000 incentive, and so forth. So a few of them actually gave me a number of more referrals. So, and I also wanted to let them know I'll be following back, with those referrals from the past. Excuse me. And I just wanted to touch base with you first, make sure everything is good. And I've been pretty good with that. I've got a couple of presentations through that. I've been collecting a whole lot of bills, so once again, there'll be more presentations. But and as you know, I'm in New York City in the borough, so a lot of that is here. So, but it's been working out, and so it's really about planting the seeds because even the other night when I called you spontaneously, that came from a young lady who I again planted the seeds. She was with me in other businesses, and someone had she shared the videos, your video, with a number of her folks before she even watched it. One of the gentlemen, he actually reached back and she called me out the blue and we're talking and the light bulb finally went on like, okay, this is a great three-way opportunity, and I appreciate you because I laid hands on you suddenly and you were at a function. But long story short, he's a 10 and so what happened was the next day did the presentation with Mr. Locker on her home, and so we're gonna actually close that on Monday. So, but today I'm closing her as a builder because he's putting the pressure on her. He needs to get on. He wants to get busy. So that right there, is a good thing. You know what I mean? And when she and I have the relationship that I can put the pressure on her, like, hey, what are we doing here? Because I'm not gonna give. You don't want me to give him my link because I wouldn't do that if you're considering coming on. So I'll be after this. I'll be calling her this morning and getting that in place. But more otherwise, again, like I said, I'm still going through that hot money list with that. And after calling folks after 4 or 5 years, using letting them know like, hey, John. You may not remember, we spoke about 5 years ago prior to the pandemic, but Mr. Antoine had referred me to you pertaining to solar. Oh, yeah. And the conversation just goes, and I'm starting, establish that rapport. It's going well.
That's good. So referrals, guys, I'm just tell you, third party referrals are just as good, if not better than leads. Okay. Only difference is you're not paying for them. But the company will pay for the successful third-party leads that you get from referrals. And you can go back and use those same referrals for as a leverage play. Right? If you got a person who's not coming into the business on that side of it, but they're giving you names of people who will and are, then you always double back and let them know, hey, look, Brenda just gave me your name, and then basically, you have your conversation with them. Brenda gets started. She's ready to get started. And then you double back and you look at, you go back to Kyrie, say, Kyrie, just talk to Brenda, appreciate the referral. She's a 10, she's about to get started. And before I send her my link, I wanted to make sure that you're okay. With me signing her up. You don't want to get in first because I can make 100% of the money direct to me. Or you can override everything that she does going forward. Keep in mind that every deal that she actually sells, you actually make anywhere from $600 to $1,350 per deal. Okay, whether you do anything or not. So, do you want to pass up on this position, or you want me and me go ahead and take her, or do you want to go ahead and get started? Okay, so again, what happens is this: Brenda's going to really think about this. Okay. And so even if she says no, you call and you continue to call the people that she give you. The second time you get it, guys, it's about an 80 to 85% chance that she comes off that fence onto your side and she jumps in front of that second one, because when she starts to see that all the people that she's giving you is now signing up or getting ready to buy a house or get ready to buy a system for their home, she's not going to pass up that money anymore. They just need to see social proof. They need to see that it works. But if I'm calling, if let's say Dr. Arlene gave somebody my number, I trust that she gave it to the right person. So whoever she gave my number to, she wouldn't give it to that person without knowing that person, and really, really good knowing that person's ethical and moral. So I'm going to take her opinion and I'm going to take that phone call and I'm going to listen intently, just based on her actually being the one that referred me. So guys, ask for the referrals 100% of the time, whether they do business with you or not. Ask for the referrals. If not you, who do you know might want to save some money on solar? If not you, who do you know that may want to make an extra $3,500 to $7,000 a month helping us with solar? and just always ask for the referrals, guys. Always, 100% of the time. Okay. And so I know Kyrie has been so busy, he's getting anywhere from 20 to 40, 35, 40 referrals. He's gotten to the point where he's sitting down and having people go through, memory joggers, and they're writing their names and numbers down for him as he's asking, who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And he's walking them through that process, and they're giving them 10, 15, 20, 30 phone numbers. And so again, you ask not, you get not, guys. So it's just the same thing. If you don't ask for the deal, at the door, or if you don't ask for the deal online, you don't get the deal. Same thing. Referrals, ask for them. Okay. It's a lot of money in referrals, and it's a lot easier with third party credibility. Appreciate you, big guy.
Yes, sir. What we call it, the hot money.
That hot money. That's that referral. That referral money is that hot money. That's that fire money. All right. Marva. And then we'll go with Angel.
Okay, I'm here.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
supposed to be doing this because I might blow up the whole gas station, but anyway. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I'm still grateful to be a part of the team. Last weekend, I went to an event and I ran into the same thing as Brenda. People would speak to me, but they have solar, but their solar's not working. Something broke. They can't get a hold of the company. I don't know if you want me to tell you the name of the company, but
we're good.
Yeah, I don't know how we can help these people.
Well, but remember, they're not going to go in and do work on top of their work. Like I said, they got room for new panels and stuff like that. They'll do a new project. Otherwise, everything they got on the roof has to come off. And they have to start from scratch. And so, but don't be afraid to tell them that, because people actually want solar. They want it done, and they want it done right. And you'd be amazed at how many people are willing to actually pay for it again and go through their process again, because they saw the value. They just didn't. What happens is, and this is the thing you guys got to remember, a lot of people who are selling solar these days are people who it's like a money grab. Okay. And so they're not necessarily there to help the person a lot of times. A lot of people are undersold. Like, they don't buy enough equipment to actually take care of the full bill. You got a lot of inexperienced salespeople that are out there, and a lot of companies, are just doing it wrong, and it's unfortunate. A lot of people doing business with their families, their friends, people who just say, "Oh, I'm in solar," but they're in business with a third party installer that is going to keep them on the back burner until they get all their installs done. And then once they get their install done, they're not doubling back, because it's not about customer service. It's about getting that first check and keeping it moving. Right. And so just know that you got really good people who got a really bad deal. And your job is to make sure that your job is to make sure you find a solution to the challenge that they're going through, even though you didn't cause it. Remember,
So how can I do that? I mean, do I say we can come and take a look at it? Do they do repairs? Do they do reinstalls, or they have to take that system down? And
well, like I said, remember, if you got to figure out what type of the questions. Remember, is the whole entire system down? How many panels are working? That's when you get to asking questions about what they're experiencing. They've had it long enough to have, enough good, bad memories, to be able to tell you exactly what's wrong with it. They can tell you exactly what's wrong with it. That's when you come back and say, okay, hey guys, in the group, you solar proposals group, hey guys, this is what I got a customer, and right now her whole entire system is down. This is what she wants to do. She wants to replace it, or half her system is down and she wants to replace the other half. What should we do? And whatever it is, just take the group. Once you find out what the problem is, what the challenge is, bring that back to the group, and the group will fix that problem. They'll solve that challenge for you.
okay, she said she's had it since 2016, both of them from the same installer, ironically, the same company they bought it from. So I will go get the details and see what we can find out.
There you go, and then bring them back to the group.
All right, and I just passed the pop-up.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
I just passed the pop-up event, and I'm gonna go home and get myself together.
Don't do your thing.
And tell them, hey, can I do X, Y, Z? Hey, if they say yes, I'm off the call. I'm gone.
There you go. All right, make it happen.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Angel, let's go, Miss Trent.
Hi, Mr. Bean.
Hey,
Hi everyone. Sorry for my camera being off. It's usually on, but I'm still recovering. So it's been I've been going back out for networking events and stuff, and that takes a lot of my energy and strength. So thank you for allowing me to share, Mr. Bean. But I definitely wanted to come off and even though I'm not feeling that great, to come on and share everything that's happening because it's been great with the events that we had and a lot of momentum coming from that. I'm actually probably the on Wednesday when we did our 2020, I think I was like 6 away. I'm probably like 2 or 3 away from Builder 1000 right now.
okay.
And that's all thanks to you and my wonderful team, uh, Sam's Angels, that are really on a mission right now. And it's all stemming from, Julie, that, when and this is great because if you remember that call, Mr. Bean, everyone asked her, like, wow, how are you so close to Builder 500?
Mhm.
And she is the example of following your mentorship and being coachable and trainable.
Mhm.
And, she tells me every day, and this is funny because with all the, accolades and things that she's doing, she's like, I don't think I'm doing good every day. And I said, no, 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 Julie, right? She's like, I don't have the talent of this person. I don't have the talent of that person. And I said, no, you have the biggest talent of all, and that's being coachable and trainable. And on that call, they asked her, how did you do it? And she was like, I don't know. I just have great mentors. I have Mr. Bean. I have
She's
Angel.
on top of it. She's definitely on top of it. And when you look at what her work ethic and
Yes,
everything
sir.
she does, her calendar every day has something to do with income producing activities, right? It has something to do
Yes,
with
sir.
her actually communicating with people, going out there, going to networking events and converting leads, putting people in a position where they have to give her answers and responses, and so. And then her dialogue is changing as well. She is now, she's not asking for it. She's letting people know she's initiating. She's saying, give me the credit card. Here's the link. Let's go ahead and fill it out. Are you in? Are you out? And if you know her personality is not like that. But again, it's more passive. But again, she knows what she has in her hands. That's what I say, guys. When you know what you have in your hands, you'll have a conversation with people, and you won't worry about being perfect. You'll just worry about having that conversation, and you'll figure everything out, while you're having it. And that's the thing I can appreciate about her right now. That's why she's at that 500. That's all you almost at 1,000 as well, build the 1,000. And so, but again, just keep on supporting, keep on doing what you're doing, but also keep on leading by example by doing your presentation that you're doing and
Yes, sir.
also doing your as far as like the installs, calling for bills and calling for deals. So proud of you and your team. You guys really are rocking.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and I actually have a meeting with them on Thursday at News, and then I have event. Michelle's already talking about trying to get me to Florida and I got the Dallas for Super Saturdays because it was so successful in Houston when we did it in Houston that she wants to start building in those markets and building up enough momentum for me to go down there. So again, you
Yes,
got
sir.
two bowling balls that's just rolling over everything. So hey, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Sarah.
Hi guys.
Hey, the door knocker of the year award goes to
Oh, thank you, but it's about to be taken from me by Daniel.
your brother. That's all right. That's all right.
So I want to say thank you because thank you for not giving up on the group and saying everyone's gonna get their money up because I'm sorry, my dog is over here trying to distract me. But because it was really good seeing my brother this week when I went out with him and he got those 2 whales, seeing the smile on his face and him being like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be a multimillionaire without having to sacrifice my body or be around people who may not be the best influence. I know here that the worst influence he's gonna get is, oh man, we can only make 50,000 a month. So I'm really happy for him to like be in this group and like seeing him smile and like seeing him talking about like going on vacations with us. Because a little backstory on that is that he never really went on vacations with us the moment because his schedule was filled up. He's talking about like where we're gonna go to these extravagant trips and stuff. So I want to say like thank you. That was really impactful to speak that he could feel that way, and thank you for making the group that way.
No problem. No problem. And I'm actually excited about where we're at now because we'll get the chance to now start the trips and everything back, the remote destination vacations and playcations that we normally take when it comes to us living and learning at the same time. The yachts and islands and you and your competitive jet ski races. What I mean, all the stuff we did. The catered lunches and dinners and stuff like that. Now that we're at home, now we have a company that is going to put people in a position where they can all afford to go. We'll be back in the saddle again as a group, as a team, taking those vacations that everybody will enjoy and that everybody will deserve. So, hey, don't let him beat you. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
You already know how competitive he is. Like I said, he just left the Chiefs training camp. He's still in competitive mode. So, right. So make sure he knows that he could be playing with Mahomes and the Chiefs, but he's playing with Mahomes right now when it comes to door knocking. Tell him you got all kind of tricks up your sleeve. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. He's not intimidated. I told him it takes me like 10 to 20 doors to get a yes, and he was like, "Well, it's only going to take me 8 to 10, so you got to get better."
Yeah, he about to like. That's what I'm talking about. So that's good stuff. Now, as far as door knocking, I know you are always upgrading the information. You got any tips, any nuggets, any new tips and nuggets for you people who are door knocking out there?
Yeah, actually, that was what I was gonna speak about because I have 3 stories and they were just wild things that happened this week. But one trick that I came across was people who say they're not interested and people who say no, and then you say, okay, I'll come back another time. They say don't come back. So for the people who say not interested, it came from a GCU module where he was like, yeah, of course you're not interested. You don't have enough information to be interested. And then something I added was saying one of their neighbors' names who I talked to prior and be like, so and so at that door wasn't interested until I told her. And then another thing is when they say I'm busy and you say, oh, okay, I'll come back. And they say, no, don't come back. And I say, well, unfortunately, my company mandates me to hit every single home and tell every single home I am mandated by my company to be here. So I'll just come back at a later date when you're available. Most of the times it'll just look like, okay, whatever. And I say, is next week okay? And then they say yes. And then I just come back next week and I talk to them. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. What are they gonna say about that? And it's like, okay, all right, yeah, you kind of stump them because you know me, I like getting people off my doorstep. And so now it's like if you selling something, I don't want to buy what you got, but are they paying you really, really well with what you're selling? Yeah, you sure?
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, the people who knock on doors for us, they make anywhere from $3,500 to $7,000 per door that they successfully convert into a deal. Is that what y'all make? Oh, okay. Let's talk about it. I'm on a conference call right now. Give me your number and let's chat. We'll get back together. Let's chat. And I've done that 3 times over the last I would say 9 days, 10 days maybe. And so 2 of them I got a phone number. 2 of them, one guy said it's okay. I said, all right, well, hey, if anything changes, you know where my door is at. So just come back. So, yeah.
What were your like facial reactions when you said that?
Oh my God. Oh, he was perplexed. He's like, he never heard anybody, say anything like that before. And that's what you want. Because they're so used to getting people off their stoop. Remember, I told you guys, even though I'm not a door knocker, I'm studying this stuff. And so, I was listening to one of the solo pros and he was saying, if you can stay on somebody's doorstep for 30 seconds and keep them communicating with you, even if it's just with the fact that they're saying, if you're doing the agreement drill, I don't want it. I understand you don't want it. I get that a lot. It's not the right time for me. I understand it's not the right time for you. And you ain't really having a conversation. You just wearing them down, right? So, but if they can get you off their stuff in 30 seconds, you know, because they normally know who they can do that to as well, because they can see your posture, they can hear your conversation. If you're not walking up there owning it, expecting to get a deal or expecting to get an appointment or something like that, you're toast. You know what I mean? You're toast. So always have a plan. But I like those two remedies that you just laid out there. That's pretty nice. What's the other story?
So this one's actually kind of wild. So I knocked on his house the day before I scheduled him, and then I was still knocking his neighborhood like 5 minutes before his meeting. So then I hopped on the meeting, and the meeting wouldn't open, and I was like, why is the meeting not opening? So then I hopped on again, and then Jabari like opened the room. And so then I realized he wasn't in there. So I was like, okay, well, I'm right in front of his house. I'll go knock it. And then the first two knocks, they didn't like open the door. And I was like, well, if you made a commitment to me, you're gonna keep it. So I kept knocking. And then his wife opened the door, and I was like, oh, like, is your husband home? He like scheduled this meeting. And then he's like, oh, he's not home. So then I was like, okay, what we can do is I'm gonna send you the link. What's your phone number? And then you can hop on for him. And then when he gets here, then he can hop on with you. And then the engineer will explain everything. And so then as I was about to send her to that, car pulled up. And then this guy jumped out, and he looked all decked out in solar stuff. And then I remember seeing a door knocker in that area before, and I looked at him and I was like, no way. So then he comes up to the door and he says, I have a 6 with Mr. Spencer, who I had an appointment with. And then he's like, you have all my paperwork. And I was like, your paperwork? This is my meeting. So I stood between him and the wife, and I got on Zoom, and I said, oh, well, you can go inside. I'll just go and I'll join the Zoom and everything like that. So then I stood and I talked to the other solar person. And then Mr. Spencer pulled up, and then he looked at the other solar person. And so I stepped in front of him and I said, your wife is inside on your meeting. I'll see you on the Zoom. And then I ushered him to his house. And then I got home, and then I checked my email, and I realized the reason why the room wasn't open at first was because he canceled so he could meet with this guy. And I was like, no, but now he's in the process of getting his credit check. So that's one story about persistence. A second story was how to handle someone who says, oh, I'll just get
hold on. You can't just move on. You just can't move on me like that. I gotta take that in for a second. See, we talk about posture, man. We talking about she just ushered the man in the house, you know, and say, you know what, your meeting is waiting for you with your wife, and you need to go in there where you made an appointment to be at. And I'm like, that's cold-blooded. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what I would have did in that situation. So that's why I have to stop right now, because that's some grown woman stuff right there. That's some you on purpose type stuff. You know what I mean? You not gonna steal my deal type of thing. I knocked this door. I want them up, and I'm not gonna give you my money.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. That's respect. Yeah, I'm a Jamaican man. Yeah, respect that. I'm serious. That's hot. That's hot. That story, I'm gonna tell that story a lot. Trust me. But that's hot. Go. I wanted to give you your flowers on that one. That's the coldest story I ever heard. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Baby, there's another part to that she left out.
What?
The solar girl was a 3-way with you and Graffiti. Graffiti.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who Graffiti was talking about. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's hot. So now he want to be a part of the team. We want to see what we got, basically. Okay. That's even hotter. Now we're gonna tell this story, bro. We once we get him in and we make him some money, we're gonna laugh about this on the beach. Yeah. So go ahead, give us the other one real quick. I like that though. That's hot.
The other one is a door that I knocked when I knocked on my first deal, Mr. Kenneth, which was like the first month. And she was like yoking me around, like, I'm busy. But when she first saw the deal, she was really excited about it, and she saw her proposal. And so then by the time we got to the second month, I was like, I'm gonna stop hounding her, whatever. And I prayed to God. I was like, I know solar's good for her. And then I kind of like changed my attitude towards selling her for the commission to selling her for the reason that she likes it and that it's beneficial for her. And so then I called her again, and then I was really nervous the first time I called her because my calls never went through to her. They always went click. And then she picked up, and she's like, oh, I'm really busy. And I was like, oh, well, I'll talk to you next month. And I was like really scared to like assert myself into this conversation with her. But then I went back to mom, and mom was like, absolutely not. You're gonna call her again on Monday. I don't care if you said you're gonna call her in a month. And you're gonna tell her you have a sale going on, because Hans was able to lower her monthly payment like by like $50.
Mm-hmm.
So then I called her on Tuesday because I forgot to call her on Monday. And then she said, I thought you said you were going to call me in a month. And I was like, I was going to call you in a month, but we have a summer sale going on. It's going to reduce your payment by like $20 to $30. I under promise so we can over deliver. And I said, in the long haul, it's going to save you thousands on solar. And she was like, no, I don't want to. She said, if this is a summer sale, I'll get it next month. And I was like, Miss Holman, I don't think you understand. It's a new company. We could have deal with our suppliers. We are not going to have a sale again. And she was like, I don't want to be rushed. And I was like, I understand. I don't want to rush you. The only reason why I'm still reaching out to you was because you asked me to call you back and you were so excited the first time you got it. So I possibly cannot let you go because I've seen the situation happen multiple times with people and they regret it. And she was like, well, I don't know if I'll have time. And I don't have Wi-Fi in my house. And I was like, of course, I met you in the library for your appointment. I'll meet you at the library again. And she was like, I need my kids on the phone. And I was like, I understand. You should have your kids on the phone to help you with the decision because she's older. And I was like, have them show up. She was like, they don't have time. I said, well, if you tell them it's important to you, will they show up for you? And then she was like, okay, what time? So then I was like, we have limited spots available. We are booked out completely. We only have 2 slots on Friday and like 4 slots on Saturday. And she was like, can I have time to decide? And I was like, these slots may not be here in an hour. So I cannot save this for you. And you just haphazardly just say, I can't come. I need you to be able to come because then I get in trouble. And she was like, okay, cool. And then she booked it for today. And then at 3, we're going to meet her at the library. And then Hans and I are going to close her.
That's what's up. That's good stuff. And I appreciate the switch because guys, there's so much money in this situation that you can forget about the purpose. And you can now you listen just you're looking at the money. Okay. And just know that there's enough money in every deal for you to be happy without being greedy. Okay. And so by the way, the better the deal for the actual end user, the more money you actually make long term, right? Because one, if you give them a good deal, they can't just double back with another company and say, well, no, we got a better deal than them. Okay. That's why I tell people, give me your best deal because ain't no redos. You know, so if I go and comp you and I find a better deal, I'm not gonna come back and tell you I found a better deal. So give me your better, your best and last, your best and final. And so when you give somebody a deal and it's not your best and final, and they go back, and people will go back because they do have access to the internet. I've seen it over and over and over again, and a lot of people go direct to installers these days as well. You're gonna lose that deal if you try to gouge them. Okay? And so, but going back to the referral side, you save people enough money, and they'll give you access to everybody in their Rolodex. Okay, and so just do it the right way, and do it for the right reason. And I'm gonna just tell you, your music. Remember, in John C. Maxwell's book, "Everyone Communicates but Few Connect," your music changed, right? It went from rock and roll, headbanging music to, a melody, something calm, relaxing, something saying that's just smooth and jazz or something like that. It's just the music changed to her where she can receive it, especially if you're dealing with an older person, because older people get pressured, they get preyed on. And you got to let them know, hey, look, I'm here for you. The company been around forever. They're reputable. I'm going to be around. And if you need me, you just call me. Okay. And those relationships matter. Okay. Make those connections, make those relationships. And so, but yeah, you gave us a lot today, Sarah. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. And keep getting better. I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you. Big time. Let's see here. She learned me some stuff today, boy. But again, also, don't quit, guys. Stop quitting. Quit quitting. That's the other thing before I go to Julie. Just be on point, be on purpose, and again, it's just, what? I understand that we do have booked out. Some of you got to try to get Hans, some of you got to try to get Chris McHenry, and a lot of these guys, they're booking out so fast, because we have so much, so many people who are bringing appointments to the table that that's not a falsity. That is the actual truth, that these people's time, they can't, and within the hour can be booked out. Okay, and so, we need to get this done for you, not for the deal. At least you get a chance to see, if this is the right deal for you. And once you see that, I'm out of your hair. I've already done my job by getting you on that appointment. And so what you do from there is on you. Yeah, but don't give up. Julie.
Yes, Mr. Bean.
Hey. All right. Get ready for your event.
Yes, I am. So sorry. Uh,
It's all
it's
good.
been kind of it's been kind of crazy. I went to this event actually by accident because I go to so many networking and I get invited to some really good ones. And I went on this one thinking that it was a different one. And it was a pretty good crowd, and they had a really good guest speaker. She's a coach actually. And I did my introduction and I said, I'm a realtor and I just added solar. And right away I get a text on the side and she said, "Oh, I gotta talk to you." And I thought, okay, so I gave her my information. And then she calls me right after the event and says, "I really want you to come and talk to a group of investors that are coming. And, they've got money and I think you'll be great because you need to talk to them about the solar." And I thought, yeah, great. What is it? And it comes to find out that she's from the Chamber of Commerce. She works with the Chamber of Commerce, and it's the event today. And she said, "I want you to be my guest. I need you to come in here and talk to these people." And so, it was just by chance, but it was great because I'm going to these events and I don't know who I'm running into. And I do kind of, I don't want to say pick and choose, but I know who's for us and who's not. And whenever I go to events, there's always somebody, one or two people that are like, "I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you." So it's been great because I'm going to these events and half of it I'm going to support people that I want them to be on my team. And when they see me in action, they're like, "Okay, I got to get it." And so that's one of the purpose of why I go. And of course, I'm learning all this from you, Mr. Bean, all the tips that you give me, all the guidance that you give me, and alongside Angel, kind of backing that up, giving me support. So I went to a couple good meetings this week. It's been really great because I connected with some really good people and already talking to them about our event this coming month and already have invites and they're getting excited and they're wanting to come and bring other people. So it's just working. It's just basically what you taught me. I'm just bringing that in every single day and just working with each people. And there are some people that I know are interested. And like you mentioned earlier, I had to just kind of said, "Hey, are you ready or not? You gonna come in or not? Because if not, I'm taking your people." And they're like, "No, no, 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 I want to come in. I want to come in. I want to get started." You know what? I actually already have a plan if I know what to do. And so, that's one way that has been working for me alongside the networking. And then just the people that my team brings into, it's been crazy. And so I've actually spent half the time helping my team build because we're getting so excited. And so that's kind of been, what's been going on.
You have some animals actually in your on your team. I know I was just talking to Victor earlier when Victor was just speaking earlier and about realtors. And again, you being a realtor, you have access to brokers and everything else. You speak in the language, but also you provide a lot of social proof for them as well, because you are actually in the company that you're pitching as a realtor. And man, when you see what you, Michelle, and all the rest of the bunch, Tila, Sonny, all the rest of those guys are doing, I'm proud of you. I mean, y'all are ripping this thing up, like killing it.
Thank you so much. Well, yeah, we could have done it without your guidance. I mean, everything comes from you. We're learning. Then I try to implement to my team. And then, of course, I have Angel next to me pushing me, saying, "Don't forget what Mr. Bean said. Don't forget," because I'm still learning. But could have done it without you. Thank you so much, Mr. Bean, and Angel and everybody else for the support. Thank you so much.
Keep in mind, guys, we're not, when we teach business and we teach leadership, this is not just for solar. This is what you carry with you for the rest of your life, and this is what increases your value and your financial thermostat for the rest of your life. Like, this is something that you don't just wake up one day and it's not there. You are who you grow into or who you regress into. So you'll see that all of the stuff that we're teaching you, you'll be able to use in all type of business, functions and events and stuff like that. It's just $1 million philosophy, $1 million format on how to go through your process to a 7-figure situation. And so right now, when you look at what we have in this business, we talk about communication. I was just telling them about you and your, hey, do you see it? Yeah, okay, well, let's go ahead. You in or you out. See, that conversation that comes after the value has been established. You've already established the value of the product. You've already established the value of the association and support. You already established the value. So now you can take it away and say, hey, look, you either coming on board or I'm gonna just go ahead and start enrolling the people in the room. And that fear of loss is really what puts them in a position where they got to make a decision right now. And get good and get, when it comes to people building, guys, get good at telling people, man, look, you're going to spend $200 on lunch tomorrow or on dinner tomorrow night. So stop playing. Matter of fact, your wife actually has shoes that cost way more than, matter of fact, one of those shoes costs way more than $200. So stop playing. Let's just get this thing, because remember, it's about imposing your will on people in a manner that is to help them do what's best for them. They really don't know. Like in GCU, like it says, yeah, I understand you don't know because I haven't given you information yet. Well, let me go ahead and give you the information. So when you have all these people who are so-called millionaires, people who made a ton of money, my litmus test for them is when I have them write down how to get to $100,000 a month. Okay. And if a person's a real 6 or 7 figure, a six figure monthly earner or a 7-figure annual earner, and they see that, oh, it's a wrap. They're in. It's the person who doesn't make that type of money. The person's probably making $10,000, $15,000 a month, who, when you show them how to get to $100,000 a month, it's so far above their head and their pay grade mentally that they can't wrap their mind around it. And it's not that it can't happen, because mathematically it can. They just don't see it happening for them because they've never been in a position where it's been that close to them. And so you have to give them the incremental numbers. But for the people, you watch me do it, and you got something to write with? Yeah, okay, well, write this down. And I'll come off the top of my head and I'll give them the $100,000 per month, deal. And so if I have a person who they need to make $25,000 a month, I write this down and I give them the $25,000 per month deal, and I let them know how to get that. But guys, when you have people put the pen to the paper, have people stop what they're doing and write something down, have them find something to write with. And remember, 80% of what you write down, you remember. 20% of what you hear, you remember. So when you actually have them write it down, they're participating, when they're engaging, you got their attention, right? And then when you make them write down the formula on how to get to what the type of money that they actually need, it's a wrap, because that sticks with them. That conversation is fleeting, but that them writing it down and actually having it right there, looking at them when they come back to that desk, that's not going anywhere. That's a constant reminder that I'm leaving 25 grand a month on the table, or I'm leaving 100 grand a month on the table. I need to get back to Julie. I need to get back to Philip. I need to get back to Kyrie, And so that's how that works, because that's how it works for all of us. How many of you guys have seen a bill that you didn't pay yet, but you left it out to remind you to pay it? It's just human nature. That's how we are. We're busy people. And the average person right now has the attention span of a goldfish. So don't hold it against them. But that's why you have to be better at what you do when it comes to following up and following through, but also continuing to give value. Like when, Dr. Arlene told Sarah to call her back this week. When you call her, when she called her back, it was a value add. Grant Cardone teaches the value add. So I wasn't going to call you back till next month, but right now, we're having a sale right now. And again, what they're doing is they're giving deep discounts, to people who are moving now. And I know you were on the fence, and I know you were happy with the $37 per month that you were saving on your bill. But right now, we can probably get it down to $50 or $60 a month off, and so, because remember, you have control of the deal. It's not the company's deal, it's your deal. You can give a person as much off as possible. Right. And if I got some influential people, guys, I'm going to just say right now, I'm thinking more about their Rolodex than I am this one-time transaction. Okay. You can get paid a lot of money one time. Okay. Or you can get paid a fortune over time. You make that decision. Okay. So don't be greedy. Right. Be on purpose. So, but good stuff. And so Julie, what was it? Michelle, because I know Michelle's not on. I know she signed up a builder. One of your people signed up a builder. Do you know about like some of the other deals that she may have going on that you can mention real quick?
I don't personally know of any other. I mean, I know she's working different networking groups and talking within her network. It's mainly Sunny is bringing in some good people, and she's helping with that. And if she, yeah, it's a lot of people from the Sunny's group, and then from Sunny, I think it's she's working also with Tasha. But she's just been busy talking to people. I know that she told me about the builder. And she's been going to some big networking events to catch some of the big fish. So right offhand, I don't know. She's the one that actually kind of sets off by herself. And I'll follow up with her. We'll game plan with her. I've been working mainly with Tila because she actually brought in a really good person. Tila's, and she's got a pretty good list of people that she wants to bring in. She's excited. She's on vacation right now, but she did tell me before she left. And then Nick is on fire right now. Just bringing in people left and right.
Yeah, we talked to Nick's guy the other day. So that was Mr. Florida down there, Mr. I don't even certain.
Hi, Mr. B. Can I share for Michelle?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. For Michelle, because she's working with you directly, I do go in there and help support her a lot to make sure we get everything done the right way that you like. So I do know a little bit more on what Michelle does. But she actually she is actually in another kind of like another network marketing company. So she is running hard, but she can't run as hard as she can yet. She's building this as fast as she can because, you know, she is going to she decided to have this go, you know, full time for her. So what she's not able to do is a lot of the contacts that she has is connected to the other network marketing company. So she can't hit those people, you know, like she can't, you know, contact those people. But however, she is doing with everyone else. And so she has now, she has, like you said, the builder that she got into contact with. She also has some people in the mortgage industry. Then she has Sunny, who is in real estate, who brought in, you know, Tasha, which is the one that you said that had the 1,800 agents. And then he just brought in also Johnny from, he's from a solar pro from Sonova, who also was in the insurance agency, and he has about 1,000 insurance agents there and a team of in Florida as well.
I talked to him 2 days ago.
Yes, so she is bringing a lot of, and what I love about her is she's bringing around a lot of reds, and she's handling the reds very well.
You have to be a red to attract a red, and also to handle and manage a red. So, and for those of you who, when she says red, it's a personality type, and reds are go-getters. They're very direct people. They are very results and goal oriented and driven, money driven, success driven. They want the best of everything, and they'll let you. They're not afraid of showing you that they have the best. And so when you're dealing with people with strong A-type, personalities, you have to have one. You have to have it in you to deal with them. And so, so she's attracting them, and she's working with them, and she's putting her foot down, even if it's on their neck. So I can tell you, she's all right with me. But I tell you, she's 5 feet tall and in stature, but her posture is 10 feet tall, and she commands people respect. When it comes to doing business, she don't let people mess with her time, and she don't let people mess with her opportunity. And I appreciate that about it. So I appreciate Change. Thanks for sharing that. And so let's see here. All right. So what we do here is we're going to go ahead and do some role playing real quick before we get off of here. And anybody who want to go ahead and go first, let us know who you are and what you want to role play. Door knocking, you want to role play. Oh, leads as well. Guys, I'm going to this weekend, I'll have a PS5 for you responding to leads. So a lot of the leads that I'm finding, that people are going through and getting, a lot of them actually work. And it's crazy because y'all know my stance on leads when it was in network marketing. The only person who made money off leads were people who were selling them, right? And so, because they never worked, and so, but on this side of the table, I am seeing that the leads are actually working, and a lot of companies are really good at it. And we actually have leads that are going to be coming from the company with the CRM and everything else, that's going to be released very, very shortly. So within the next 2 to 3 weeks, probably. So they do a lot of the last minute beta testing. I've been on the phone with the bot, having conversations with the bot. I've been on the text messaging with the bot, and it's the AI on it is amazing. And so I'm excited about it. And it's going to help us lead generate as well. And then we have other third-party partners that are coming on board that are going to be helping us with leads and offering opportunities for leads as well. So I do have a PS5 that I'll be done with this weekend on how to actually set the appointments from leads and how to set the appointments when it comes to you getting ready to set it up for the actual mentor. So that's going to be on point. So make sure you get those conversations going and be ready for that. But anybody want to go first when it comes to role playing?
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Bean. This is Laura. I
Hey.
would love to go first and role play. I'm still in my friends and family market.
Okay.
I haven't exhausted that at all. My speed of work has slowed down a little bit, but you said don't quit, and I'm never going to quit. But
Gotcha.
I'm going to be consistent and continue moving forward. And so
Yeah.
I'm going through my friends and family right now, and so I would love to role play with someone, an acquaintance.
Okay, an acquaintance. Okay. Go with Dr. Arlene.
Okay.
Marvin, you and Marvin too close. Y'all go with Dr. Arlene.
Okay. No problem. Okay. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, Arlene. This is Laura. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, Laura. Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I am doing absolutely awesome. Actually,
my cat's been sick. My dog's been sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I know that must have you run into the vet quite often.
No, I'm not gonna vet them, girl. If I vet them anything, it's gonna be vet to lay them down. So I'm taking care of them at home.
Girl, you better take them animals to the vet and get them the best care. It can't be too much money.
I don't know. They weren't my animals to begin with. They were my kids' animals. So, and they left them home.
Yeah, I understand. I totally understand.
And
but
then
listen,
I stubbed my big toe the other day, girl. It hurt so much.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you've been going through all of this. I really am sorry that you've been going through all of this. I called so I could bring some joy into your life, though. So, do you have a minute to listen to me?
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Listen, I am now a solar consultant. And as such, I have a challenge to let 200 people know that I'm in solar. So, being one of my friends and being one of the people that I've associated with for many years, I wanted you to be one of the first people to know that I'm doing solar now. And my role in solar is really just to help educate the community about the benefits of solar. So have you ever considered solar for yourself?
No. My neighbor got solar. He can't reach the people who put it in. The solar panels are cracked. They look ugly. The HOA is getting on his case. Oh, no, girl.
You know something, that has really been some of the situations that have occurred in the past. And that's really why I wanted to share with people what the new realm of solar is. Because so many people have had experiences that were negative experiences. But I'm working with a company that is one of the best in the entire country. They've had over 160,000 installs, and they have looked at all of those problem areas and have addressed them. So what we do so that people can learn more about it is we just really just give them a free solar savings analysis. And what that means is we compare their bill side by side to see if they can save money with solar. Now, to be truthful, not everybody saves, but most people do. And so what I'd like to do is just share with some friends and neighbors that solar analysis is no obligation, and so that they can be able to not only see the savings, but also have an opportunity to have a one-on-one question and answer session so they can get all of their questions answered by a solar expert. So would you consider something like that?
I don't know. I've had 3 people come to my house, knocking my door, disturbing my peace while I'm trying to fix this dog. I don't know.
Absolutely, but
What
I would
makes
set
your
it.
company different?
What makes my company different? That is an excellent question. That's a great question. Well, one of the things that makes my company different is that they have 11 plus years of experience in the solar industry. They are not using contractors to do their work. You know, contractors don't care as much as people who are employed by a company, and they're using the highest quality materials. So another thing that makes us different is that we set an appointment with you. So we're not coming and disturbing you unexpectedly, you know, door to door. And we take that time and allow you to ask any questions that you so desire. So that appointment doesn't take much time. So I was just wondering if we could set that up.
You know what, Laura? I trust you. And I've always supported you. But on this
Yes,
one,
you have.
but crack solar, this, that, and the other, I'm really scared.
You know something, I would be scared too. And the way to, really alleviate that fear is to get the information. And so what I think would be best is if you would write down some of those concerns. Just you have a notebook or a piece of paper or something that you can write it down right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just write down some of those concerns. And during our session with the solar expert, you can really address those questions specifically to your situation. And that's the way to alleviate fear is, information relieves fear. So you would be having an opportunity to get all of the information that you need to be able to make a decision if that's what you wanted to do. Because as I said, this is no obligation. So you can leave this session with a lot of information and no commitment. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. The only pressure I'm going to give you is to get the information because I think you would be able to benefit from it.
Okay, let's do it then. I trust
Okay.
you.
How do you get your bill? Do you get it electronically or physically in the mail?
My bill? What bill?
Your power bill, because we're going to do an analysis of your power bill compared to what it would cost for electricity if you were to move forward with solar. So we need to know how much usage you are actually consuming in order to make that analysis.
I have to give my whole power bill?
Well, what I do need is the address where you're living. That's on the front of the bill. And that grid. Usually there's a grid on your power bill. And it shows your
identity theft.
Say that again, please.
Who you giving my bill to? You know me in identity theft.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm submitting it to my solar expert. It's just myself and my solar expert that will have access to that information. And then we will, present that information to you during your appointment.
Okay, I get my bill. They email me my bill.
Okay, great. That's even better. So if you email it right over to me at my email address, you already have my personal email address. I'll be able to submit it, and then I'll set up an appointment with you and my solar expert and myself, all 3 of us together on Zoom. So it'll be very comfortable. and we'll discuss everything then.
Can we set
Which
the appointment up now? Because you know my schedule get crazy.
well, we can probably set it up now. I would have to reach out to my solar expert and see if he's available. Okay, so I can do that. But why don't you email me over the bill first, and then I could submit it and see what the availability is. How about that?
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. Email it over to me, and I will reach out to my expert and see if he has any time today.
Okay, sounds good, Laura.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Arlene.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right. Look forward to it.
All right. So y'all saw what happened right out the gate. That's why Dr. Arlene went to talking about the cat, the dog, and everything else that happened, because she asked her how she was doing.
Absolutely.
Never ever. Hey Arlene, how you doing? Hey Arlene, so they say Laura. Hey Arlene, this is Laura. Good morning. Or hey Arlene, this is Laura. Good afternoon. And just pause and let her respond back. And Laura knows this. She's just coming off the hip. You know, she's always on GCU. But don't you put people down that rabbit hole. You're gonna sound like you're insensitive when you have to bring them out of it. You know, so don't direct them and lead them down the rabbit hole and telling you everything that's going on in their life. If you're talking to somebody familiar, let them know, hey, look, I only had a moment, and I needed to call you real quick because I'm contacting everybody, my friends and my family, all my friends and all my family. Okay, so go away from the announcing that you're contacting 200 people. Okay, basically that's for you to know. You're going through. You want 200 or more people to know that you're in business right away, right? That's for you to know. But I'm contacting all my friends and my family because I want to make sure that they all have access to these savings before the government shuts off the low interest rates, before they shut off, the tax breaks, before they shut off, before these, just kind of, I want to make sure my friends and family know. That's the energy you want. That's kind of the purpose that you're on, and communicating it. But you got to back on track. Like I said, don't announce 200. Just go out there and talk about that. You address the horror stories. And again, you know what? It's always feel, felt, found. It's always feel, felt. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, and a lot of others did too. But this is what I found. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with like the liens. That was Pace and Hero back in the day, but we don't use them, so you don't have to worry about liens. I understand how you feel. We felt the same way. This is what I found, is that the industry of solar has evolved, and when you actually do more research on the people who are doing the installations, you wouldn't have those same problems that you just told me about. Matter of fact, this company is, and this is why we use this company, but feel, felt, found. Understand how you feel, but I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found, or this is what all those people, found. But when they sat down with the mentor and he went over that process specific to them, all those concerns and fears that they had were unfounded. Those that just that even they were irrelevant at this point in time, because it was just a lot of things that people heard through grapevine about solar that were not experts. And so when people come out of that meeting, they're actually excited about solar. They're excited about moving forward, and we don't have those challenges. And so lean on, feel, felt, found. Okay, lean on it, guys. Say it out. But also, give me a couple of days. If this I work by calendar. That's great. We do too. So give me a couple of days. It's open on your calendar. With a couple of times it's open, I'll get with my expert, and I'll get right back with you. Okay. So I always take a couple of days and talk with a couple of times. Okay. And then also when it comes to the reason why, find out what solar would do for her. We talk about the bills, we talk about the savings. As that's a friend or a family of it. It's like, what? My goal is to make sure that in a couple of years, none of my friends and family have bills, light bills. We want to make sure they're all on solar, and they paid their systems off. As a matter of fact, what I'm also showing my friends and family who get started with me is how to just about get the bill for free. Okay. And so, but that's a whole entirely different conversation for a whole another day. Okay. And so, and you just kind of, bring it back to them, find out why what would be a reason that she would actually do solar, right? And then give her, like I said, create the problem and provide the solution. Okay. All right. Who's next?
Hey, Mr. Bean, this is Philip from Jacksonville, Florida.
Hey, Phil, what's going on? Welcome,
Yeah,
welcome
Mr.
to the
Earl
phone.
sponsored me. I'm driving, but I actually do real estate. I'm a real estate agent, but I have my full-time job. I actually am in IT. I troubleshoot cell. So I pretty much been enjoying this journey 2 months now, and I'm excited knocking on doors and calling realtors. And I would like to role play with that. I kind of been talking to some, got a lot of no's, but got some interest in two yesterday. So hopefully they can actually come to the meeting with two real estate agents. They were really interested. One actually just moved to Florida. She said, I'm actually not in Chicago anymore because I've been focused on Chicago. I'm gone focused on Chicago for about a few weeks now. And she said, yeah, but I'm in Florida. It's like, oh, well, guess what? I'm in Florida myself, and we're not limited to one state. We do 34 states. So and she said, oh, really? And she started talking with me, and I gave her information about the Zoom, and she was like, yes. And I'm going to follow back up with her. And then another real estate agent, she's the same thing. She said that I'm in Chicago, but I would really like to see what y'all are doing because I'm hearing about solar more and more. So yeah, but yeah, I've been enjoying that journey.
Okay. So you say you want to role play?
Sir?
Do you want to role play with me, or you want me to role play with you?
Yeah, that'll work. Or yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So let's say so right now you say you are a real estate agent yourself. So I'm actually talking to a real estate agent, right? So what I'll do is I'll call you. Do I know you, or I'm cold calling you?
I'm actually cold calling real estate agents. Like I'm just literally cold calling eXp Realty. So I just been cold calling and just introducing myself.
Okay. All right. Why don't we do this? You go first, and then show me what you're saying, and then I'll come right behind you, and then
Yes.
I'll flip it.
All right. All right. Ring, ring. Yes.
Hello?
Ring. Yeah. This is my name is Philip. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Beans?
Man, I'm not doing so well, man. Just got back in the office, been out of the office for about 3 weeks, just had surgery, and everything that could go wrong just went wrong. But I'm here. I'm here. If I had your hand, I'd cut mine off.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we have our times in life, and I can sympathize with you. Well, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hold you long. My name is Philip with Encore Solar, and the reason for my call is I'm reaching out to real estate agents in the Chicago area, and what we've been doing is assisting their homeowners in saving between $50 to $200 on a monthly utility bill after going solar with us. To make sure I'm not wasting your time, let me explain how it works. For every home that you've sold in the past and homes that you sell in the future, you can make a commission if you come across any of your clients that decides to go solar with us. Not all homes qualifies. Some do, some don't. But in order for me to know if your homeowner qualifies, I need to do a free solar savings report for your home. So yeah, we're doing live installations in the area. Would you be opposed to partnering with me on this journey?
Not necessarily, but no. Again, when you look at the clients, that I deal with, they wouldn't be interested in saving $100 a month because most of my clients, their bills are like $700-800 or $900 to $1,000 a month because they have huge homes. So these are people who are in my inventory. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to see that as a savings. So, but no, I appreciate you calling.
Oh, they're not going to see that as a savings. So you're saying that they're content with their utility bill. They're content with what they're paying per month. And even in the summertime when it goes up, they're not interested in saving on a utility or having a flat rate on their utility bill. They're not interested in that.
Yeah, and like I said, most of my people, I sell a lot of $1 million homes out here, and most of these guys don't even know what their bill looks like. So that wouldn't be something that I want to add to my my workload. I got a lot to do already.
Well, simple enough. I'm not going to hold you much longer, but basically, you know, just being in the industry, I'm sure you got a lot of experience in the real estate industry, but basically, I want to explain to you that all I would need from you, you know, is to just make. I would like to set up a time with you, basically to discuss that. You know, I got a 3-minute sizzle video that I would like to send to you first, and once you watch that video, then I would like to follow back up with you and see if you change your mind. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I just want to. I want your clients to. I'm sure you want your clients to have the best, right? You want the best for your clients.
For sure. And they can afford the best.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. And I know you want your name to, I know you want to have continued referrals and, future referrals. And I'm a real estate agent myself. So I can understand that, if you have a happy homeowner, then you have happy life. So it's, I want to benefit, we're benefit. I'm calling you on behalf of this to benefit your clients and to give you the benefit, to give you this opportunity. So would you be interested in me sending you that video?
I mean, you can send it to me.
All right. I'm gonna send the video to you, and when is a good time I can follow back up with you, because I want to make sure that you watch it. It's pretty interesting.
Okay. Well, let me do this because like I said, I got a lot going on. I'll definitely watch it, and I'll get back with you and let you know what I thought about it. How about that?
Okay. Well, I'm sure you're a busy person. I'm a busy person myself, and I like to. I have time slots. You can relate to me on that, because my schedule is not always free. I'm a busy person, so I would like to see if today is Saturday. So I would like to see if I could call you the same time if you're available. If you got a few minutes to spare, all I want to do is just talk with you about a video and see if I spark your interest about becoming a partner and and benefiting your clients. Does that sound like something the same time around this time here, about 10:30, 10:40?
Yeah, like I said, I do a lot of open houses on Saturdays. To be honest with you, around about this time, that's why right now I'm actually in the middle of baking cookies, so the house will smell good. So I'm quite sure you understand what that look like. And so but let me do this, because like I said, I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I'll definitely look at the video if you send it to me, and I'll get back with you on it.
All right. Well, tell you what, I know you say you have open houses on Saturday. I have availability Monday around 12 noon. I got a few minutes to spare. Would you be available on Monday? Just a few minutes of your time. Let's just say about, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Would you be available on Monday? I got an open slot Monday. Would you be available?
Okay. So, and what we're gonna be talking about again on Monday?
What we're going to be talking about is your benefits of having your homeowners going solar, and you actually adding solar to your business. About the 3-minute sizzle video that I'm going to send you, and as far as you having a an interest in this journey with me and partnering with me. So it's not going to be a long conversation. We're going to talk about the video, and that's about it. If you're interested in signing up, yay or nay. But I don't want to waste your time. I know you're a busy person, and so yes, that's what we're going to talk about.
No problem. So let's do this. I have a 1 o'clock. I can't do 12, but I have a 1 o'clock, and we can do 1 o'clock for sure. And if it's gonna be about 10, 15 minutes, I can do 10 or 15 minutes on Monday at 1 o'clock.
It sounds like a plan, and we'll talk about it. And also, I want to just to let you know, we have a Zoom meeting just so you can feel more comfortable on Tuesdays and Thursdays about the business. We have one of the owners that always joins us, and we have 2 of the owners actually, and you would really like this. It's got inside information about the company. So I'll send you the Zoom link. We'll talk more about that on Monday, but I wanted to let you know this is a real thing. So, and I look forward to meeting with you on Monday. Thank you for your time, Mr. Beans.
No problem at all. No problem at all. I'll see you then on Monday. Take care.
Yes.
Enjoy your weekend. All right.
And you too. Thank you.
Okay. And so everybody 4 5s for Philip. Like I said, that's I like this. Like I said, the role playing guys, you got to get this stuff out. You got to get this practice in. You got to get these repetitions in. And so Philip, the reason why, so what's going on, you obviously know you went in, you started, with how you doing. That's why I kind of took you down the rabbit trail a little bit. I didn't abuse you and beat you up like Arlene did to Laura, but that was just a warning shot. So it's always never ask how they're doing. It's always, hey, Philip, this is Sam. Good afternoon. Hey, Philip, this is Sam. Good morning. Right. And just stop. And the natural action is going to be good morning. And so when they say good morning, the reason why I call, which is, boom, you were spot on. The purpose for your call. Okay. The reason why I call. Now, the thing the purpose of your call, you have to have a big claim, right? And your big claim had a specific number in it, right? And so remember, if the person's bill is $100 already, and then you talking about saving them $100, that's impossible, right? That's one. Two, $100 for somebody who has a $900 bill, $1,000 bill, and the person's wealthy, they really not going to give you the time of day. A lot of times when you talk about $100, just giving a specific number. So when you give specific numbers, it's pretty much never going to be the right number, right? And so I would say with percentages, what we're seeing is, some of our people are getting up to 50% off for their bill. So they're just now, and it's locked in for 25 years. Okay. If you're going to say something like that. The other thing is, the realtor, they like their clients, but they love themselves more than they like their clients. Okay. And so when you look at the big claim, and so not only do we help, a lot of our customers, save up to 50% going forward, we are the people who are realtors who are calling their past clients and present clients. They're making anywhere from $3,500 to $7,000 per transaction for doing so. Okay. So that's what I was trying to get you to give me, the big claim. The reason why I should actually watch your video. And I pushed back because I didn't have a reason to watch the video. There was nothing in it for me. You asked me to watch a video that's going to help my client save $100 mean nothing to me, because this is about me, not my client. I already sold them the house, so I'm about to sell them the next house. And I could care less about them selling $100, saving $100. So you got to tell me why I'm about to say this $100, about why I'm about to watch this video. And me going back and having a 10-minute phone conversation and making $3,500 to $7,000 per phone conversation that's successful, that's enough to get me to watch a 3-minute sizzle video. Another thing is, don't call it a sizzle video. So you say that trigger, when you say stuff like that, that automatically triggers network marketing, stuff like that. People that they have pain points and trigger words that'll cancel us and seal the deal. Because the last thing a realtor wants is, most of them, the majority of them, is to have a connection with a network marketer where they lose credibility in their mind. So sizzle videos, so you know what? Matter of fact, we actually have a video, and that video satisfies a lot of the challenges or that people are having, or it answers a lot of questions that people are having about solar. It really does educate them in a very quick manner. And so it's only 3 minutes, and whatever it is about that video, kind of give the benefits of them watching the video and what it actually does. And as opposed to saying, I got a sizzle video. And so, that would be another thing. Let's see here. But yeah, the benefits, let's see here. And also, lastly, I wouldn't talk about other opportunities like presentations and stuff like that until you qualify them.
Got it.
Because the more, like I said, before they do the first thing, make sure that they are qualified to get on the next call, the big call with the CEO and everybody else, by watching a 3-minute video. If they're not going to watch a 3-minute video, they're not going to get on that call. Right. And so that part. So let's run through it real quick. Let me see if I can get you. Let's see if I can do you some justice on my side as a realtor. I'm calling you as a realtor.
All yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Ring, ring.
Hello. This is Philip.
Hey there, Philip. This is Sam Bean. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How can I help you?
I'm glad you. First of all, I appreciate you taking a moment out your day to hear me out. I'm a realtor just like you, and a lot of the people in my office have noticed a slowdown. And so what we're doing to offset that slowdown is we're helping other realtors and other brokerages open up their own solar partnerships. And so a lot of our realtors now who are having hard times are seeing extra $3,000 to $10,000 a month part-time, and a lot of people who are brokers and have a lot of agents under them, they're seeing even more. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to schedule an opportunity to come through and talk to you and some of your agents in the office and kind of show you guys how you can reach back and use your list of people who you sold houses to back in the day to turn them into a 3,500 or to show them how to go solar and how you'll make 3,500 to $7,000 on each one of those transactions. So when would be a good day for me to come through and have that conversation with you guys?
Well, I had experience with solar, and it left me with a bad taste. But some of my clients, they got liens on their properties, and I don't know if this would be feasible for my business.
Mm-hmm. Well, honestly, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found. For the last 2 years, I've heard all the horror stories, and I stayed as far as away from solar as I could, and I also have had people who I couldn't sell their houses because of liens, or I also know people who had actually had challenges selling homes that had liens on them. But when I did my research, I realized that there are only two companies out there that lien homes, and those programs, even though they still exist, we don't use those programs. It's the Hero and the Pace program. We use other financing, and the finance that we use, they won't lean the system. And also, your people can now use their own financing too. So if they don't trust ours, they can use their own. So what day is best for you? I have Wednesday, and I have Tuesday, and I have Thursday available, and I have 2 and 10, 2 o'clock, or 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on both days. Which day and time works best for you guys?
All right, I understand. I understand what you say there, Mr. Bates. But I also I had my client. I don't. What I'm concerned about is I don't know how all this works. Like, what is the process? Because I don't want to sell any solar. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to. And I don't want to give you my customers' information. How does this work? How does this work?
Trust me. First of all, like I said, you and me, we're the same. We're cut from the same cloth. We only make money when we sell houses. Okay. And
Right.
and just like you, I have a ton of different people who I refer business to that's associated with real estate. It can be plumbers, because I'm quite sure people call you like they call me for roofers, plumbers, contractors, painters. They call you for all that stuff, right?
Right.
Okay, so, and when you actually refer them, there's a referral fee that you get back for referring that person, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so this is the same exact situation. You're just going to refer your people to the solar company. The solar company is going to now take that appointment that you set for them, and they're now going to go do the presentation and a full-fledged explanation on what solar is, how it's going to look on their home, what finance, how to get the financing that they need, as well as the savings that they're going to incur on top of the benefits that the government is giving out. And once they do that in a 30 to 35-minute window of time on Zoom, not in person, basically you're going to get a phone call saying that the deal is sealed, and now you can expect a check that's anywhere from $3,500 to $4,000 on average every time that happens. So all
Do
you
I
have to do.
do I
So,
have to pay anything?
well, no, now this is the thing. You don't actually have to pay anything. We have referral partners that do this for free, and they just turn them over to us, and the company pays you $1,000. But for the same amount for the same exact transaction, and you being being enrolled as a partner, okay, and as a partnership fee one time, and that as that partnership fee, you get the $3,500 to $4,000 instead of $1,000. Okay. And that brokerage fee is only $200 down and $100 a month for support that goes to work for you.
Now I'm starting to get what you're saying. So I would enter into the system myself. If I get, let's just say, if I were to partner with you, am I going to give you my client's bill, or am I going to? Because I can't. I'm not comfortable giving my client's information. How would that work?
Well, the information is for you, you wouldn't have to do any of that. You would just set the appointment. And when you set the appointment, then you would get the bill and submit, put the bill into the system. I don't have to see the bill at all. Okay. And once you do that, your job is done. You go back to your real estate and you go back to the next client. and we go to work.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Let's set an appointment. You got me interested now. I would like to share this with my team. What time did you say you have available?
All right, Wednesday at 10 or 2?
Let's do Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
If it's at 2 o'clock, what I'll do is I'll bring some pizzas by there. Let me know what you guys like, and I'll bring some pizzas and some something to drink by there.
Oh yeah, I'll let my team know. They love that. I'll let them know. Yes, I'm looking forward to this meeting.
Good deal. Well, it's a pleasure
Yeah.
meeting you, Philip. And again, I just want to make sure now, are you the broker of record, or are you a real estate in the office?
I'm a real estate agent, and I have a team of 6 people.
Okay. And so let me share something with you, Philip. Now, that broker that's in your office, that covers your office, they override every transaction that you do, right?
Exactly.
So this is what I'm going to do. In a lot of situations that I'm working with realtors, I enroll the realtor first, and then I double back and have them enroll the broker. So not only will you get the 6 people who are on your team, you'll also get every agent that's under your brokerage, and every override that every transaction that they do, you'll actually earn anywhere from $600 to $1,350 on those transactions. So make sure that when I get there on Wednesday, people are ready to take some notes, because I'm going to work for you. All right.
Oh, that sounds like a plan. Yeah. So this would be more than what I've made in real estate. This sounds like this is a game changer. Yes.
It really is. So what you'll find is that when you start looking, you start paying attention to what's going on, you'll start to now see realtors add the green designation, to their actual business cards and their websites, is because that's a whole solar and green energy and clean energy. I'm just telling you, that's where the money is at right now, and that's where everybody who wants solar or has a home to list or sell, they're going to those realtors first. And so I want to make sure that I put you in a position where you don't miss any of that money. All right.
Yes, sir. Look forward to it. Thank you for your time, Mr. Bain. Thank you.
No problem. Well, I'll see you on Wednesday with your people, and I'll call you beforehand to find out how many people are going to be in the office. That way I can know how much pizza to order. Catch up with you soon.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So again, that's just a conversation. You know what I mean? So what did you get from that conversation, Philip?
So I got confidence when you called me. The rebuttals that I gave back to you, you gave me a reason for each rebuttal, and basically you explained it to where it made me feel I let my guard down, because of course you're saying you're not the fact that you're saying you're a realtor like myself, but you were pretty much hitting the pain points of what I would experience with my clients. So I just got you gave me a reason for everything that I tried to reject as becoming or being interested in meeting with you to talk about this. So that's yes.
That's what's up. So I appreciate you actually going out here, having the courage to do these conversations, have these conversations, door knock, and walk into these offices. And all it is you just continuing to sharpen your axe, man. Continue to work on your rebuttals. Continue to listen to, especially as a realtor, listen
Yes,
to
sir.
the real estate video and that solar pro video. I'm gonna just tell you, those 2 videos together, the real estate video and the solar pro video for you, those 2 videos together make you dangerous, because again, it not only does it tell you, what you should understand about real estate as it pertains to solar, but it also gives you the confidence to know that everybody who's about to work with you are working with the best company out there. And you'll be able to show them why. You'll be able to justify why. Because everybody's got a guy, everybody's got a gal that's in solar. And who cares? Because 95% of people who are in solar who's not in our company, they would make more money in our company, right? And a lot of those people who are not in our company, at some point in time, if they knew we existed, they'd end up here anyway. Okay. And so that's the confidence and the conviction that you get, that you don't even have to say. It just comes out of your pores, and when you have that conversation with people, and it makes people, really, it brings their antennas up and say, I need to pay more attention to what's going on. And so that's kind of how, for me, that's why I listen to those all the time. So when a person is talking to me about solar and about what you got and I just listen respectfully. And I'm just sitting here taking notes, and I already know what area I'm going to attack. Okay. And I'm just figuring out how to attack it where I get your attention, let you know that you can't compete, and I'm gonna leave the door open, and because I'm gonna do it in a manner, and I'm gonna say it in a manner that's respectful, but it's matter of fact, and so like an example, one of the solo pros from Apricot, he was talking about all the things they had going on, and I complimented them on their company. I said, man, look, y'all were actually the number 2 company when I made my decision on solar companies. I said, but let me ask you a question. Outside of, you know, the actual install, do y'all have any other ways for y'all to make money? He said, no. I said, well, that's one of the reasons why I actually chose, Build, is because the residual income. Matter of fact, this is Laura's guy. I chose this one because they actually have a residual income that put people in my team, because none of my people are solar people. We're not solar professionals, but we know how to build. And while we're building incomes of $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month that have nothing to do with installs. Okay, it's all about the membership. So my people are making money while they're learning the industry of solar. They don't have to rush. They don't have to panic. They don't have to, get upset because it's not working for them fast enough. And so I'm having this conversation with him, right? And so, and Laura's listening, and so she knows, this is exactly what I'm saying. And I just sit back and relax. I never get out of my element unless I'm moved, poked or prodded or provoked, and then at that point in time, I match energy, and my intensity goes up. And then it's like now my conversation is coming from me looking down.
Yes, sir.
And so it's like we eye to eye, we're mutual, everything is good. And then when you try to son me or big boy me or whatever, or act like you're in a position that you get to dictate terms, or you don't, or your company's better than mine, then that's when I pivot a little bit. I change a little bit. I stay professional, but I have the facts. I have the figures. I understand that, hey, if you feel that strongly about your company, won't you do this? Okay. And I offer this to everybody. You will be no exception. Won't you go and find one of the deals that you actually did? Right. And then because you already did the deal, so it's no problem. I'm not taking the deal from you. It's done. And I'll actually show you what you would have made on a deal, on that same exact deal, had you done it in my company. If you think that your company is better than mine, or if you think that your compensation plan is better than mine, if you think that y'all really do make more money than us, okay, why don't we do that? And so again, if they're really real about business and they really real about, they'll do that, and they really want to see. And I'm gonna just tell you, most people are nosy anyway. They're curious. They want to know what the difference is, and that's where you get them. Man, look, if you offer this to a solar pro 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you'll get them. And it's easy, for you to actually, you got solar pros who will do it for you. They'll help you out. You have some solar pros who will help you out. Okay, and so that would be again just them 2 videos, Phil. Trust them 2 videos right there, and then the baseline versus red line videos.
Yes, sir.
That's that one. Those three videos right there. You're knocking on doors and you're talking to real estate agents and other solar pros. It shuts down everything for you. It's a showstopper. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Bain, for that. I'm definitely gonna. Yeah, I know exactly the videos you're talking about. So can I ask you? So basically, it was a situation where I actually spoke to a solar pro, and I didn't know how to handle it, and I was thinking about doing a 3-way, basically in contacting you, but I wasn't sure. But I already spoke to him. But the thing is, someone that already has experience, and he said, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and he saw my Facebook, and he said that I'm interested in I've knocked on doors, I've done this. He said, I'm tired of knocking on doors, I don't want to do that anymore. And I explained to him what we offer here, and but the thing is, he knows so much, and I wasn't sure how to handle that. And I follow-up call with him, and I out to him. That I think that was on Sunday. We talked about it. We had a good conversation. But when you're talking about someone like that, is it best just to put them on a three-way call immediately. So, because if I
Immediately.
they can kind of weed out, like I said, well, he obviously knows I'm new, so he doesn't. But he was like, are you going to give me leads? I was like, well, I have lead myself. I call realtors. He was like, oh, and I explained to him what I do. It's like, so
Yeah.
would you give that to me? Would you give me leads, or you have to pay for it? And I wasn't sure how to answer that. So yeah.
Yeah, so we all had that question and got shook by that question when you're brand new. And so this is the thing, you're new. We have, and I tell people this all the time. Oh, I'm new. So trust me, I got somebody who can answer 100% of those questions for you with no problem whatsoever. And we do have leads. We do generate leads. Matter of fact, there are no better leads in the world of solar than the leads that we actually have. And so, but I want to make sure that it's articulated to you in a manner that you can receive it and you can see the value, but I can't express that value based on me and my newness. So give me a moment. And so, like I said, so I'm always new. Trust me, I'm always new. I'm like, you know what, I just got started, especially if I'm talking to somebody who's a solar pro, I'm always new.
Got it.
100% of the time, I'm always new. I'll never not be new. Always new.
Got it. Yeah, he's very interested in signing up. I don't know if he's got busy, but he said I'll sign up with you all if you can promise me that you give me leads. He was like, I've made my he said I've made my several $1,000s, so I'm not, he said I'm not desperate, but he's like, I would like to not knock on doors. I was like, well, you don't have to knock on doors with us. I was like, it's 7 ways you can earn income. That's what I worded it to him that way. He liked it that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When you look at that it's the people who, and that's when you go back to the stories. You know what? We got a guy who, because of using our lead system, he got 28 deals generated, vetted, qualified leads that he closed in the month of April, made over 100 grand. Then knock on one door. And a matter of fact, none of those people, he didn't know any of those people before those transactions. Okay. And so now to share with you how he got those leads, I got somebody I want you to talk to. And that person, because of your tenure, because of how much experience you have, I want to make sure, since you know what questions to ask, I want to make sure the person who is the experienced person on our side can answer those questions for you. So give a story.
Got it.
And a remedy. Give a story and a 3-way.
Thank you so much, Mr.
No problem. So think about that for a second, because the leads come from being a mentor. So when you say that, I don't want you. I'm done knocking on doors. I don't want to knock on doors anymore. Great, you don't have to. Matter of fact, I got a gentleman in the company in the month of April. He got 28 leads from the company. Closed those 20. He got more than 28 leads from the company. Closed those 28 leads in the month of April. Made 100 grand. Okay, and so he didn't know any of those people. Didn't knock on no doors. Matter of fact, 90% of all of our meetings are, that we even do are online. So we do everything new these days. The industry's evolved, and I got somebody who can show you how it's evolved. Okay. And that's kind of how you do it. So, but yeah, always be new. Always be new. I'm not the expert. I got experts for that. I got people for that. Right. And so this is not my industry. My industry is real estate, right? So yeah, but I got people who will share with you what it looks like for you to have your own solar division or your own solar partnership. Okay, I have a person who can explain that and articulate that to you. Boom. 3 ways lifelines 100% of the time. All right.
Got it. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch phones. If y'all have anything else, if y'all any other role playing, y'all can do that. But I gotta go and meet Julie at this event. So y'all go ahead but I'm glad we got together on this Saturday. We're gonna be back here next Saturday because I think Omi is still down for her medical procedure. So we'll be back here next Saturday, same line, and get more people on here because I like the interaction with more and more people. Now everybody gets a chance to role play, and we'll also have the PS5, for solar when it comes to leads and stuff like that and setting appointments. So yeah, everybody good? Y'all want to do some more role playing, and I'll leave Dr. Arlene in charge. Okay. And then Dr. Arlene, I'm gonna make you the host. That way you can, there we go. That way, instead of leaving, you can just shut it down for everybody. All right. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Go out there and make this solar Saturday a big one. Remember, everybody's at home waiting on you to call. All right. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, sir. All right, so we are at the top of the hour. We're at 11:19. If anyone wants to role play, we can stay on. And if not, then we can jump off, go get some bills, go get some builders, and have a phenomenal weekend so that we're ready on Monday, rocking and rolling and getting those numbers in, getting those bills in. All right, not hearing anything. Everybody have a great
Thank you.
weekend. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You all have a beautiful day. Let's go rock this.
Let's rock it.
Thanks everyone. Let's do it. Yes.